what a crazy weekend for football.
Yeah.
Start with the Tigers, MIZ, baby. How about that?
I was at the amphitheater because they had a day of Battle of the Bands and the Tacos and Margaritas event out there. I saw our great friend Tom Abbott and J.R. Hartenstein and a bunch of other friends out there for that. But they had the Mizzou game on the big screen while the Battle of the Bands was going on. And there at the end, the game-winning field goal, everybody was watching the big screen. And a big cheer went up, when Mizzou won it. And the band's sitting there on stage going like, are they cheering for us? What's going on here? It was greatness, though. What a kick. 61 yards.
For all the bands that were at that event, I'm sure they were great. But just a little piece of advice, I would rename your band the Spirit of Mevis. That would be real popular after that.
Well, and you even got to hang out with him after the game-winning kick, right?
We were there, yeah. I got a picture with him. I wish I was hanging out with him. I mean, he was trying to avoid me. I'm sure, anybody but Will. But no, I mean, as most people know, just diehard Missouri fan. We have season tickets, football and basketball, and we went, had an absolute blast. And Unique actually said to me after everyone rushed the field, we had guests. I was just sitting there. She's like, "Are you not going to go down there?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Go." And I was like, "Okay." So then I was allowed to be a little kid, which I truly am, and I got to congratulate Coach Drink and get some photos and hang out, but just an electric atmosphere. First, you had the 61-yard field goal from Harrison Mevis, an SEC record.
Yep.
Brady Cook, he had the game of his life, and this young man is just an overcomer. He's a trooper, and if that doesn't show Missouri fans that this is your guy, not only the best quarterback on Missouri's roster, he's a premier SEC quarterback. If you look at the award list, he's starting to get named on the Davey O'Brien watch list. He was Kirk Herbstreit's #2 quarterback performer of the week.
Wow.
The only reason I have doubt there is because he named Elijah Drinkowitz the #2 coach of the week.
You're not on the Drink bandwagon, are you?
I'm not on the Drink bandwagon because I want to like him. That first 2 years of every coach that gets hired at Mizzou, I'm all in for him.
Yeah, you're loving him. Yeah.
Buy him cars. I send him flowers. I say, I named my daughter after you. But Drink, man, just the predictability of the offense and also what I don't like is the arrogance he holds in press conferences like he's already a Nick Saban, It's just weird to me how he was this humble, quiet, fun-loving guy that came in, and now a couple years into the SEC, a couple bowl berths, no bowl wins, he's just got this chip on his shoulder, and it's like, I don't think he's earned that in decision-making in big-time games, including not rolling the dice on 4th and 2 a couple of weeks ago, almost came back and bit us, and then that delay of game. You blame it on whoever you want. Harrison Mevis bailed him out because if he doesn't hit that field goal, let's say, because it's 61, goes into overtime and K-State beats Missouri, we're all talking about Elijah Drinkowitz on the hot seat and how many times that's happened in his short tenure with Missouri. And so Harrison Mevis, Brady Cook, don't forget Luther Burden, over 100 yards after doing it for the first time in his career last week, does it again. And did you get to see some of the plays that Luther Burden made in that game?
I did. It was pretty impressive. Pretty greatness, man.
I mean, just the best player on the field. Anytime that he's on the field was on full display. But all in all, Missouri gets the win, so I'm going to give Elijah a little bit of a grace period. Congrats, Coach. And I'll give him credit. Once it got moved back to a 61-yarder, he could have tried a Hail Mary or just done whatever. He gave Harrison the shot, which was not an easy choice, and Harrison made him pay for it or allowed him to make the right choice. But, man, it was so crazy. Not until about Monday did I finally come off cloud 9 from that experience.
I saw you Monday, and you couldn't even talk. You were still hoarse from the game. It was greatness. But that, it's moments like that you remember for the rest of your life. That is what makes sports great. Really, sports all in all, it's hard to be a sports fan.
Right.
Because every game is nip and tuck and nail biter and, you win or you lose. That's all hard, but it's those moments that are special.